Hey, I'm YB and I'm here chatting with Milky. I was very heavily influenced by my brothers growing up. My older brother was always in the music scene since he was like 11 or 12. So at some point I knew I was going to try it anyway. But yeah, I think the thing that really drove me to sort of pursue music in the end was just an experience that I had, and I just wanted to express that. So yeah, my brothers, Steve Lacy is a huge one. I love him so much. He's just influences like everything that I do. So yeah, Steve Lacy, and yeah, I can go on and on. Like I can go Phoebe Bridgers, but like I'll probably stop myself at that. Blackphemy is my personal experience with racism, my personal experience with friendships, with relationships, with all that stuff. And yeah, I really tried to encapsulate just, I guess, what it felt like growing up in Australia, you know, as a minority, you know, group or minority, you know, I felt like I really had to sort of express that to people, because it was one thing that I found I've been going through it all my life, and yeah, it was just like I picked up a pen and it just sort of started writing, and it came out. So it's about systemic racism and just what it feels like really as a black person to like grow up in Australia and experience certain racial slurs, and what that feels like as a young kid, and there's a lot really when I think about it. But black for me is what it feels like to be black for me. It's like, you know, a play on words, and also blasphemy and the word black too. So it's, yeah, there's a lot going on really, a lot of themes. But yeah, like the main theme, I guess, is just, yeah, racism in its essence and what it felt like for me. Absolutely. I think that was one of the biggest like challenges for me, because yeah, up until that point, I felt like I wasn't really being 100% transparent with my audience. And when I say this, I mean, oh, you know, I'm a party guy, I'm this, I'm that, like I have no emotions and all sorts. Yeah, there were definitely a lot of challenges there. And yeah, I think that was my first ever project that I was able to sort of break through that like mold and that barrier where I was sort of like scared and nervous. So I mean, yeah, it's very difficult. It was very difficult to sort of be, you know, transparent with my audience about my emotions and my feelings and just be vulnerable for once. But yeah. It's a hard one because I was in a bunch of different places, you know. You got a heartbreak song, you got a funky song, you've got a bit of a folky song, and like I think that the point of the EP actually was to not like have any of those constraints, not to think about it in a way that is like, okay, I'm gonna make this song today, I'm gonna make that song today. It almost felt like, you know, as we were creating, we just sort of let it go how it, you know, like how it felt right. So yeah, I think in its essence, it was just freely speaking and freely talking, and a bunch of different genres and a bunch of different, you know, feelings as well. When I write for myself, I find that I do have a bit of a formula. You know, I work on the instrumental first, and then I write on top of that, and then like there's a bit of a, you know, process step by step to like what I do. But, you know, I think that when I work with other people, I sort of take their influence, you know, what they do and what they like to do. So a lot of the time it's like, you know, I can mold to whatever is sort of like needed and required of me. But yeah, I think I have a process, some others don't, but then we work it out all in the end. That's such a good question. Wow. Okay. I mean, I would say if you've never heard my music before, listen to Sandra. If you like the rocky stuff, I think that like, and that's sort of like the vibe that I'm sort of looking to go into, is like, if you like the rocky stuff, I think you're going to enjoy Sandra. If you're a bit more of like I like the softer side, then Black for Me is definitely a song for you, because it's a bit more folky. It's, you know, like calmer, and yeah. So it just depends on what vibe you're looking for. But I'm going to say Sandra. There's a bunch. I think that like, and I'm gonna quote Sandra. I always quote Sandra. I think that it's my downfall. But yeah, I'm gonna quote Sandra because it was not only a song that I produced by myself, but it was an emotional release. and this is going to sound so strange, but I say I hope that you never change me. And when I say I hope that you never change me, I talk about my relationships. I hope that you never change me. I hope that I don't change from this relationship in a negative way. But that also comes from another perspective of I hope you don't change me and like my culture and what it feels like to be black. I hope you don't change, like change comes from so many different places. And I think the line, I hope you never change me, is so strong because it comes from a bunch of different aspects, and I just think that it touches me a bit. And I think it's one of the most important things, actually, and we've been lucky to work with some amazing people. I know I have a film friend, his name's Isaac Wood, and he's got a friend as well called Will. And we've just worked timeless and, like days on days trying to figure out like what we want to do for the videos and how we want them to be perceived by others. And so it's like a really, really big process that I feel like a lot of people aren't quite aware of. So yeah, like so important. I think that the visuals just they speak to the song, they add with the song, like they just provide its own thing, and it's amazing. I was super shocked by the amount of energy that we received in Melbourne. I think it's always so hard to go to another city and expect the same support you get from your, hometown. Because Brisbane, I can always expect that they're going to be absolutely incredible and absolutely amazing. I didn't know what to expect for Melbourne. I also, I don't know what to expect for Sydney. But Melbourne was just, everyone who came, they came with smiles on their faces. They really participated in everything that we did. And I just feel like it just felt really good to, have that moment and share that moment with people who I didn't really know. And yeah, I don't know, it was an amazing time. I think it's extremely important. I think it's extremely important for people to put a face to the name as well. It's like coming to see this person, seeing them live and like watch them sort of do their thing and interact with the audience as well. As, I love to interact with the people in the audience, and I think it's like one of the most important things ever. So it's always really, really nice to be able to interact with people. And yeah, like to put it frank, I think it's extremely important to see an artist and support them as well, because that is one of the main, the main ways you can support an artist. And they take a lot of time to like figure out and cultivate like a set for you guys, so it's like just go and see them, go and support. And yeah, if you're not doing anything on a night and you feel like going out, just go and support somebody, why not? Well, I don't know if I can say a bunch of this stuff, but we've been lucky enough to be a part of like a lot of the QMA stuff. So yeah, like we can see you'll be able to see me on like some QMA, like Queensland music, like stuff. And yeah, we've got some festivals that like I'm 100% certain I can't say, but you'll be able to see me at some point, which will be really, really cool. And yeah, so we're trying to push through and see what we can do. There's actually some more music coming as well, a lot of music. And yeah, at this point we're just sort of building and trying to get to a place where we're like, feeling comfortable and awesome. I love Phoebe Bridgers. I think what she does is absolutely incredible. I think that, I was put onto her by my girlfriend, and she is absolutely incredible. I love Bakar. I think he's amazing. I love his accent. I think that he has such a swagger to him. I love Binky as well. Binky is, he's a American artist that I've been really messing with. He's very grungy. He's very cool. Like I said before, Steve Lacy as well. Always. But yeah. I would, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I know this is basic. Steve Lacy. If you want to work with me, let's work together because that would be a dream come true. I actually really, really loved Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar. It was one of those albums that, when I was growing up and, going on the train, it was like one of the things that I just had on my phone and I was listening to nonstop. So it's like, regardless, it's just always in my mind and like even till now. So yeah, Section 80 by Kendrick Lamar is amazing. I would love to do Euphoria, and I know that it isn't a film, but like I just it's amazing, and I think that like having your music on a show like Euphoria is just like it just transcends, So yeah, I would love to do something with Euphoria, but yeah. A lot of the time I'm thinking, please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. But when I'm not thinking, please don't mess this up, I'm thinking, I'm so lucky that I get to stand up here and like play and, just like at least just for a second make an impact in people's days. So like, yeah, if it's not, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. It's thank you so much for being here. Miley Cyrus. I'm sorry, but Miley has been killing it lately. And I think Hannah Montana, of course, like the nostalgia is there, but Miley, like she just keeps leveling up everybody, and it has to be Miley. Ooh, that's a very good one. I'd probably say Baby by Justin Bieber, just because it was everyone heard it, everyone knew, and I think that it was one of the first songs I had like rapid exposure to, so it was just singing it in the shower, singing it everywhere. But yeah, I mean, it is a bit cringe, but it is what it is. Genesis Owusu's set. He's insane. I think he's a performer. I think he is. I don't know how to explain what a Genesis Owusu set feels like. You just have to go and figure it out for yourself. It's energy. It is so much energy. You don't even know what to do with yourself. You can't stand still. And I think that that's like that's the craziest thing about him is that he can, turn a day that is, feeling bad to like just an insane, crazy day. So yeah, Genesis Owusu for sure. A Spice Girl. I didn't really resonate with the I was going to say Backseat Boys. So that's how you know. Anyway, Spice Girls for sure. It's already taken, but I'm going to say Ice Spice. Oh, wow. Oof. Great one. I know that a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me, but I think Moses Sumney. I think he's insane. I think he should be writing for movies, for scoring things, because he's so incredible, and I think he's made such a crazy impact, at least for me. I think in the music industry. So yeah, Moses Sumney, you're amazing. I love you so much. I would say Take It Easy. I think Take It Easy, and you've done this before. You've done this many times. So like, just take it easy on yourself. I think that that's like the biggest thing. And yeah, like even, in the future, I think that the way things are going, it's very important to say, slow down, take it easy. It was quite late, actually. It was after high school, and I was in first year of uni. And I was looking for a way to express myself. I was a dancer, but dance didn't end up working out for me because I don't know. I felt overly stressed about certain things, and it just didn't quite feed me in the way that music does. I think I was going through a breakup at the time, and I didn't know how to express that. And I started writing, and I just decided, okay, let me just try and get this instrumental going, and let me see if I can make this. It was just such a spur of the moment thing for me, and I think that. Yeah, from that point onwards, I knew that like after people gave me support and after how fun it was for me to like create the music, I knew that like that was something that I wanted to do. So yeah.